Thank you. That was Panist Kyle Ali. Please remain standing as I invite Ms. Sonali Supnanan to do the opening prayer.
Almighty God, we stand before you in humble prayer, with hearts filled with gratitude as we gather to support our hard-working farmers. Thank you for the gift of the land, the hands that till it, and the innovations that make it flourish. Bless our farmers with strength, resilience, and innovative minds to continue their essential work in feeding our people and caring for the earth. We ask for your blessing upon our nation, that it may flourish as we strive toward our food security goals. May our collective efforts lead to abundance, ensuring that every household has access to nourishment and that our agricultural sector continues to thrive. Blanket us with your peace today. Make our way purposeful and our footsteps firm out of the goodness of your love. Let this initiative bring unity, hope, and lasting transformation, not just for those receiving support today, but for our entire nation. We place this event in your hands, trusting in your provision and grace. In your holy name we pray, amen.
Thank you, Sonali. May I invite you to have your seats? Senator the Honorable Kazim Hossain, Minister of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries, the Honorable Stuart Young SC, Minister of Energy and Energy Industries and Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister, Senator the Honorable Avinash Singh, Minister in the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries, Mrs. Neela Dwarika Ali, Acting Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries, Mr. Rick Javed Ali, Deputy Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries, Mr. Fareed Hossain, Chairman of the Agricultural Finance Support Committee. Specially invited guests, grant recipients, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Good afternoon. I know we've had you all here for a little while. I apologize, so y'all can hear. Good afternoon. Welcome to Couva. How many of you all are from Central Trinidad? A few? Okay, so you journeyed a ways to get your grant today, but that's okay. We welcome you to part of the heartbeat of Trinidad and Tobago. It's a wonderful day today. My name is Shana Weston, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to the check distribution ceremony for Cycle 8 of the Agricultural Finance Support Program, better known as the Agro-Incentive Grant. It is a flagship initiative of the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries, aimed at supporting Trinidad and Tobago's agricultural sector by providing direct financial assistance to farmers, fisherfolk, and agro-processors. Now, I want you to take a quick look around the room. You don't have to stand up, just turn your head at your table. I ain't seeing no heads turning. Just a quick look around. Now, I purposely did not say how many recipients during my salutations. Today's distribution represents the largest check distribution since the inception of this program in 2019. Can you take a guess as to how many persons are receiving grants today? You're all as bad as maths as I am. There are 116 persons receiving grants today. You all don't want the grants, you're not excited. 116 of you have been successful and will be participating in this agricultural program. So to give us some more information and to do the welcome remarks, please help me to welcome Mrs. Neela Dwarika Ali, the Permanent Secretary Acting of the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries.
Thank you, Shana. Senator the Honorable Kazim Hussain, Minister of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries. The Honorable Stuart Young, SC, Minister of Energy and Energy Industries and Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister. Senator the Honorable Avinash Singh, Minister in the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries. Mr. Rick Javed Ali, Deputy Permanent Secretary. Mr. Fareed Hussain, Chairman of the Agriculture Finance Support Committee. Specially invited guests, our 116 grant recipients, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's probably a little better than when Shana introduced herself. But if I got a phone call stating that I have to collect a check of $100,000, I would be more excited. So let me see, in terms of your excitement and your exuberance, how you're going to approach your projects. Good afternoon. Okay, thank you. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome you all to today's check distribution ceremony. A special welcome to our visiting ministers who have joined us in celebrating this milestone, and to our valued stakeholders in the agricultural sector, whose dedication continues to strengthen food production in Trinidad and Tobago. Most importantly, a heartfelt congratulations and welcome to our grant recipients. Today is a testament to your hard work and commitment to advancing the agricultural sector. This event is a powerful statement of the ministry's focus on executing the government's vision for the agricultural sector. Through initiatives such as the Agriculture Finance Support Program, we're ensuring that farmers, fisher folks, agro-processors, and stakeholders across the value chain receive the necessary support to expand, to expand and sustain their businesses. It is through this commitment that we drive meaningful progress in food production and rural development, strengthening our nation's resilience in the face of global challenges. The Agro-Incentive Grant Program is designed to empower you, our nation's food producers, to grow, innovate, and sustain your operations, whether in livestock, fisheries, hydroponics, shade houses, aquaculture. This initiative creates tangible opportunities that contribute to food and nutrition secure Trinidad and Tobago. The ministry takes great pride in facilitating this program, as we recognize that agriculture is not just an economic driver. It is a livelihood, a lifeline for our people, and a pillar of national resilience. Every investment made through this initiative brings us closer to a future where we can produce more of what we consume, reduce our import dependency, and secure a sustainable, prosperous agriculture industry for generations to come. To our grant recipients, this moment marks the beginning of your next stage of growth. Therefore, I encourage you to make the most of this opportunity, to continue pushing forward, embracing innovation, and building a stronger agricultural sector. Your work is essential. Your success is victory to us all. Thank you for your dedication, your passion, and your contribution to ensuring that we can feed our nation. I wish you all the very best in your various projects. Thank you.
Thank you very much, PS. Now, I just want to be a little, they say bacchanalish in Trinidad. Good afternoon. Right, I have to compete with the PS a little bit. So if you are unsure as to why we are gathered here this afternoon, we are officially distributing grants totaling $11.2 million. That's correct, Minister? I have to make sure it's not a typo. $11.2 million to 116 successful applicants under Cycle 8, as I would have mentioned previously. We are here to recognize outstanding agricultural stakeholders like yourselves and their role in national food security. Our Prime Minister has always encouraged us to eat what we grow and grow what we eat. And I can assure you that the government is actively doing what it can to encourage that sentiment and to encourage our farmers and our agro-processors through this ministry, through the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service as well. So congratulations on taking the first step of applying for this agro-incentive grant. To give us an overview of the program, I invite Mr. Fareed Hussain, Chairman of the Agro-Incentive Committee.
Salutations. Senator, the Honorable Qasim Hussain, Minister of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries, the Honorable Stuart Young, SC, Minister of Energy and Energy Industries, and Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister. Senator, the Honorable Avinash Singh, Minister in the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries, Ms. Neela Diwarkar Ali, Acting Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries, members of the Agro-Incentive Committee, Ms. Nirmala Devi Singh, Ms. Wendy Samsundar Bihari, Mr. Dexter Sam, and unfortunately another member, Ms. Carla Ruse, was not able to make it today. Good afternoon. Let me begin by expressing my sincere appreciation to the Minister of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries, Senator the Honorable Qasim Hussain, for his unwavering support of this program and his dedication to the agricultural sector. Minister, your leadership and passion for service continue to inspire those of us working to advance the industry. I also extend my gratitude to Senator the Honorable Avinash Singh, Minister in the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries, our Acting Permanent Secretary, Ms. Neela Diwarkar Ali, and members of the Agricultural Finance Support Program who have dedicated after hours and weekends in their commitment to ensuring success in this initiative. The Agro-Incentive Grant Program was designed to provide targeted financial support to registered farmers, fisher folks, and agro-processors. Those who demonstrate the innovation, dedication, and vision to drive this sector forward. Each application underwent careful screening, evaluation, and assessment, ensuring that the selected projects align with the national priorities such as food security, import substitution, and export readiness. Noting this, I must express how impressed we are with the business plans that have been submitted. They reflect the hard work, dedication, and creativity of our agricultural sector. Based on our evaluation, we stand confident that the nation's food security concerns will be met, and the grant awarded today will help you achieve your goals, goals that are aligned with the broader goals of Trinidad and Tobago. To our recipients, this grant is an investment in your potential. It represents an opportunity to modernize your operations, adopt new technologies, and expand your reaches. Whether through climate-smart practices, improve efficiency, or value-added production, your initiatives will help shape the future of agriculture in Trinidad and Tobago. The program is not just about funding. It is about empowerment. It is about ensuring that agriculture remains a viable and sustainable sector, contributing to both economic growth and food security. The dedication you have shown in your applications reflect a broader commitment to strengthen our agricultural landscape. And I have no doubt that your success will inspire others to follow. Once again, congratulations to all our recipients. We look forward to seeing the impact of your projects in the months and years to come. Before I finish, I just want to one of our recipients unfortunately died, Mr. Bim Ramcharan from Mayaru. So it's unfortunate, and thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Hussein. We do express condolences to his family on his passing. We continue with some entertainment. I invite Caitlin and Kaylee Sultan, who are going to perform for us a song this afternoon. It's called Love One Another.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, honorable ministers and especially invited guests. My name is Kaylee Sultan, and I am very happy to be here for the Agro-Incentive grant distribution. It's a pleasure to be here. You know, one thing I love to do beside my singing and dancing is my local food. I love my belly. Seeing all these farmers here today makes me so proud. Congratulations, everyone. Now I will pass you over to my sister, Caitlin.
Hi, everyone. Check, check. Check, check. Hi, everyone. I'm Caitlin, and yes, I agree with Kaylee. Agriculture is the most important ministry in this country. We support all farmers. Right, Honorable Minister Kazim Hussein? The song we're going to do for you all, the Hindi means to stop all war, stop all hate and fight. Let's come together and celebrate. It's called Love One Another. Hope you enjoy it.
Love one another, so we love one another. Love one another, love one another, so we love one another. Love one another. Oh, I don't know why we despise one another. What we need is more love. Look at what we have in the sweet CNT. Everybody come together, we are one family. Let me take you on a mission. There's so much talent on this island. You the band karo, na farad ko. Haan milkar jashn aaye ekta. Oh, let's unite and be go. And we love one another. Love one another. So we love one another. Love one another, love one another, so we love one another, love one another. Oh, just free your mind from worries, fill your heart with love. We have every reason to be blessed from the one above. Dila na calypso, chutney, sweet soca and pan. I'm proud to be a Chimbegonia. You the band karo, na farad ko. Aao milkar jashn aaye ekta. Oh, let's unite and be go. And we love one another, love one another. So we love one another, love one another, love one another. So we love one another, love one another.
Love one another. Love one another. Oh. Thank you.
Thank you.
Y'all can do so much better than that for that performance. That was Caitlin and Kaylee Sultan with a song, Love One Another. I don't think I'm that brave to come up on stage and sing for y'all just yet this afternoon. So before we continue, I just want to get an idea of who we have here in this 116 recipients. So I'm going to try to see if I can see the table numbers. I'm seeing table number 5. Hi. Yes. One or two of y'all, if I can get a mic to the table, that's possible. Yeah, so if one or two of y'all can stand and just give us an idea of who you are and what industry you partake in.
Good afternoon, and all protocols observed.
Good afternoon.
My name is Deoda Dulalchan. I am a retiree. So too is my wife. And we have both ventured into dragon fruits production. I'm hoping that this incentive will in fact assist me in terms of expansion, in terms of pulp harvesting, so that I can have it preserved for when the fruits are out of season, have sanitized packing room, fully air conditioned with toilet facilities, and so on. So I'm hoping that this incentive will in fact assist me in terms of really extending my services to meet accepted standards. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So look at the face good, because we know where we have to go when we need dragon fruit. Can I have one more from table 5?
Hi, good day. My name is Jacob Desant. Well, I'm in the duck industry. A lot of people know me as a doctor.
The doctor.
Yeah, the doctor of ducks.
Interesting.
So we're the largest, well, thank God, we're the largest producers of duck in the Caribbean. But however, we are in the local, we supply a large percentage of the local market. But we hope, we know this incentive will go a long way to helping us go to export and meeting the requirements for export of our ducks throughout the Caribbean. And we believe this incentive this agro-incentive grant is going to do great things, so that we can make another step, in the right direction for not only for food security, but also to generate cash, forex as well with our exportation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doctor. So we have the sisters who are going to return because apparently they didn't want to hear me talk longer. You joining us? So welcome them back, please. So we have Caitlin and Kaylee who are going to do another song for us. And may I ask how old you all are?
Check, check.
I'm 9.
And I'm 10, going to be 11.
10 going to be 11, so you know she old.
No, we're not old. Hi guys, yes, I'm back. And before I go, I just want to do one more song for you guys. I do all kind of music, but I have a special love for Bollywood film songs. This one is dedicated to all the farmers present today. Hope you enjoy this. having a little. I think they're gonna have I think they're having a little difficulty there. Don't worry, we'll return shortly. So, many of you know me as the youngest Shatnisokamona queen, making history for this country. And I know I couldn't leave without doing another song for you guys. Y'all enjoying the program? We'll get back to the entertainment shortly.
So before you know, because you made a revelation there, I forgot about your title. So we're in the presence of royalty, if you may not know. So you want to tell us a little bit about the competition, what you won, how you won it, and how did it feel?
Well, that year when I won it, it was 2023, and I didn't expect to place 5th and win the Queen, because it was my first time in the competition, which, well, I was the youngest. I was the only kid in there, and it was really, really, really fun. I had a great time, and I literally ran up to the stage and gave them a hug. I did not expect to win the Queen. Thank you.
तुझसे नाराज नहीं जिंदगी हैरान हूँ मैं ओ हैरान हूँ मैं तेरे मासूम सवालों से परेशान हूँ मैं ओ परेशान हूँ मैं जीने के सोचा ही नहीं दर्द संभालने होंगे मुस्कुराए तो मुस्कुराने के कर्ज उतारने होंगे मुस्कुराओ कभी तो लगता है जैसे हो तो पे कर्ज रखा है तुझसे नाराज नहीं जिंदगी हैरान हूँ मैं ओ हैरान हूँ मैं तेरे मासूम सवालों से परेशान हूँ मैं ओ परेशान हूँ मैं आज आकर घर आई है बूंद बरस जाएगी कल क्या पता इनके लिए आके तरस जाएगी जाने कब गम हुआ कहाँ खोया एक आंसू छुपा के रखा था तुझसे नाराज नहीं
Thank you very much, girls, and to their mom as well. Thank you very much. Please allow me to, let me just shift my mic. Thank you. Please allow me to welcome the Honorable Foster Cummings, Minister of Youth Development and National Service. Thank you, Minister. And while they're clapping for you, I may invite you as well to deliver your remarks.
Talk about just in time. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. And let me, of course, recognize the Honorable Senator Kazim Hussein, Minister of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries, Honorable Stuart Young, Minister of Energy and Energy Industries, Senator the Honorable Avinash Singh, Minister in the Ministry of Agriculture, Mrs. Neela Dwarka Ali, Acting PS, Ministry of Agriculture, Mr. Farid Hussein, Chairman of the Agricultural Finance Support Committee, other invited guests, President of NESC, I see Professor Woody Vera is here from the university and his team, and to all the staff of the Ministry of Agriculture, and of course as well to all the grant recipients who are here, very fortunate citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, because this of course is one of the remarkable investments in the people of Trinidad and Tobago sponsored by the taxpayers, and you are indeed fortunate to be on the receiving end today. Agriculture has long been the backbone of sustainable development, serving as a pillar of food security, employment, and economic stability. As a small island developing state, Trinidad and Tobago faces unique challenges, from climate vulnerabilities to urgent need for greater food sovereignty, and therefore it is essential that farmers, agriculturists, and agri-entrepreneurs are empowered to adapt, innovate, and expand their contributions to national development. We have been working very closely, my colleague, Minister Haji Hussein, and the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service, because the government practices an all-of-government approach in making sure that we address the issues that confront us as a nation. And this initiative reflects the government's commitment to modernizing agriculture by equipping those on the front lines with the necessary tools, resources, and support to succeed. Through strategic investment and interministerial collaboration, as I mentioned earlier, we are laying the foundation for a dynamic, innovative, and future-ready agricultural industry. You would have seen us yesterday in Tucker Valley, all the ministers who are present here, planting some yams that were donated by the government of Ghana. And we are doing that pilot project at our Youth Shade House project in Tucker Valley, and we expect great rewards from that. Professor Woody Vera, I think we may have to make some of those available to you at the University of the West Indies. I'll ask you to have a chat with Minister Hussein afterwards, and I'm sure that can be put in place. In my time, when I say that, people wonder what my age is, right? Farming relied mostly on traditional knowledge, manual labor. We actually plowed the field with a fork, and unpredictable weather patterns. While this expertise remains invaluable, limited access to modern tools often meant lower yields and higher risks. Fast forward to today, and the transformation is remarkable. A young farmer armed with a smartphone like Minister Avinash Singh and precision agriculture technology can now monitor soil health, track weather patterns, and automate irrigation systems, all in real time. Agriculturists are utilizing recirculating systems to maximize water efficiency, and greenhouse farmers are leveraging climate control environments to ensure consistent, high-quality produce. This shift is more than just efficiency. It is about resilience and sustainability. It is about ensuring that agriculture remains a viable, rewarding, and forward-thinking industry that attracts and empowers the next generation. So that is why at the MYDNS, working along with my colleague and the staff of the Ministry of Agriculture, we recognize that the future of agriculture lies in the hands of our young people. And so we continue to support national development through our youth and women in agriculture portfolio, which includes the YAP program, which is a Youth Agricultural Homestead program, providing young agro-entrepreneurs with the training, land access, and financial support needed to establish successful agribusiness. The Youth Agricultural Shade House project, introducing climate-smart technologies to enhance crop production and sustainability. The Youth Aquaculture project, fostering innovation in seafood production, ensuring a stable and prosperous future for aquaculture in Trinidad and Tobago. And the Community Fresh Vegetable and Produce Shade House program, encouraging collaboration and community-based agricultural initiatives. These programs are made possible through the unwavering support of the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries, whose leadership by two ministers, Minister Haji Hussain and Minister Avinash Singh, and expertise continue to drive national progress by strengthening technical capacity, expanding infrastructure, and ensuring policy alignment. The Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries remains instrumental in creating an environment where farmers and agro-entrepreneurs can thrive. Ladies and gentlemen, this grant that you are being given here today, piloted by my colleague, is a testament to that shared vision. Today, as we recognize you, you have demonstrated your dedication to advancing the agricultural sector. Your passion and commitment are the driving forces behind a more productive and resilient industry. In closing, it is truly evident that our government holds agriculture as a national priority. Our Prime Minister himself is a farmer. And as we move forward, let us continue to invest in the people, technologies, and policies that will secure a prosperous future for this sector. I guess we'll have to invite my colleague, Minister Stuart Young, to also get involved in little farming. Grant recipients, today marks an important milestone in your journey. Seize this opportunity and push the boundaries of what is possible and inspire others to follow in your footsteps. I wish you all the best as you continue to expand your farming endeavor. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Minister Cummings. And he would have used a term, I don't know how many of you may be familiar with it, whole of government. And it really means that as government, we work hand in hand. So when one ministry wins, all ministries win. And through the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service, Minister Cummings, who I don't know to be a boastful minister, did not mention the graduating cohorts from the 27th of January. So you would have had cohort 1 of the Youth Aquaculture project and cohort 2 of the Youth Shade House project. So congratulations on that. Those young farmers are soon going to be coming to each of you, the recipients, to the Ministry of Agriculture as well to apply for this grant. So they're looking to you to help them, to encourage them, to educate them. So don't keep the information to yourself, share it. If you have a neighbor who is also a farmer, a friend, don't just apply for yourself and you keep the information selfishly. Share the information so that the grant can reach far and wide so that we can continue to encourage food security. Agreed? Lovely. So I would like to give you, the recipients, an idea of the grant family that you will be joining. So we're going to give you 3 video presentations. Unfortunately, they could not be here with us physically in person. So you're going to hear from Mr. Hiralal Udu, who's a poultry self-watering system. He has a poultry self-watering system. He was a recipient of Cycle 1. From Cycle 4, you're going to hear from Calvin Bishop, who's a fisherman. And from Cycle 6, you're going to hear from Timul Lalji.
one of the poultry farmers that received the Agro-Incentive grant from the Ministry of Agriculture during the pandemic. I've been growing poultry for the past 15 years. I look at it as a long-term investment. I have 20,000 broilers at present. Before the grant, I had a manual system, which was very tedious. We still lost some percentage of feed and it had a delay in the feeding time. Now with the utilization of the grant, I recently implemented the automated feeding system. This system allowed us to feed the birds on time. Instead of being tedious, it's a touch of a button and you haven't feed for the birds and they're comfortable. You have less wastage of feed and the birds get the feed at a faster rate rather than manual system. I have cut down the labor cost. This has definitely improved my profit margin and you have a better quality of bird there under less stress. It also enhanced me that I can do improvement and expansion in the same poultry field. I am wholeheartedly grateful for the Agro-Incentive grant from the Ministry of Agriculture, and I know that other farmers will benefit from it as well.
I'm a proud fisherman. I live in Tofu all my life. I have been a fisherman for 36 years now. The Agro-Incentive grants was given to me to repair my boat, purchase an engine, and repair my net. I started back my fishing career. I know that has developed a lot since I have got the grant. It has worked for me because I was down and I got it. I started back, and it creates employment also for me and for other people in the community. I'm very confident that when I go at sea, I'm more or less 89% sure that I will be back with a catch. So things is improving. I have bought deep freeze to store much more fish than I used to before. We are proud, we are thankful, especially in our community here. We are very grateful for the help that we have been receiving thus far.
I am a vegetable farmer. I love planting tomato in shade house. I am happy to be one of the recipients of the grant distribution ceremony distributed by the Ministry of Agriculture. With the aid of this grant, I am 90% completed with the repairs of my greenhouse. I utilized the grant by investing the money for the materials that I needed to prepare the greenhouse for greater production. Usually in greenhouse, we look to plant indeterminate variety, which means that we get a longer lifespan. We look at Malinchi, which is a pear-shaped variety of tomato. Before shade house production, I used to produce way less because of challenges on the outside and weather conditions and whatnot. Now, with the greenhouse production, I produce about 75% more. And this helped me in contributing to the food industry by producing a higher quality of fruit and greater yields. My next seal of tomato will be in March with around 2,000 pounds per week. I am very thankful to the ministry for receiving this grant.
Do you see and hear how proud these recipients sound? Do you see and hear how proud they sound? Yes, I'm seeing some of you all with smiles as wide as that because you all are receiving the same grant that they received, and they're talking about enhancing productivity, enhancing their output. And you know that saying, give a man a fish and you feed him for a day, teach a man to fish and you feed him for life. Thank you. So that is exactly what is happening with these grants. We want to be able to feed our nation for life. So to give us more information and to hear from the minister who leads the charge, along with Minister Singh, please help me to welcome Senator the Honorable Kazim Hussain, Minister of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries.
Thank you very much, Master of Ceremonies. The Honorable Stuart Young, Minister of Energy and Energy Industries, and Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister. The Honorable Foster Cummins, Minister of Youth Development and National Service. And these two gentlemen, very hard-working members of the cabinet, and I want you all to give them a special round of applause. The next name is also hard-working, but I leave him for after. This young gentleman, I've gotten to know him since 2013. And fate has it that I was in the Ministry of Local Government for 7 years. And when I had a reshuffle, I ended up in the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries. And I was fortunate to know this farmer who is very brilliant, who knows farming, very humble person, and always willing to assist me with everything in the Ministry of Agriculture. I want to acknowledge my colleague, Senator the Honorable Avinash Singh. My permanent secretary, I think that I am the only person who don't fight with no permanent secretary. Not as yet. I want to acknowledge Mrs. Neela Dorika Ali, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries, and Mr. Rick Javed Ali, who is the Deputy Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries. Mr. Farid Hussein, and I want to thank you for all the work that you keep doing. You and your committee, I see Ms. Nirmala and the rest of the committee, who work very hard to ensure that the farming community in Trinidad and Tobago benefits from this grant. Mr. Farid Hussein. Chairman of state agencies, and we have ICA here, we have FAD, UE, ASTT, and Mr. Professor Woodruff, I'd like to thank you for accepting the invitation. I know you have a better relationship with Minister Cummins, but that is only temporary. So thank you for coming on behalf of the University of the West Indies for always supporting agriculture, and we're looking forward to continue the relationship. Members of the other CEOs, chairmen, CEOs of other state agencies, development partners and agricultural stakeholders, members of the executive and staff of the Ministry of Agriculture, and you all work very hard. I mean, I could speak like this because I am not the featured speaker, but I run in the ministry. So I want to talk about the ministry staff. You are very hard-working staff of the Ministry of Agriculture. And PS, you know, in the cabinet, we have reshuffle, right? Not because you're not performing, you know, but you don't want them to get too accustomed. I want you to call a heads meeting soon and reshuffle the heads for me. Let them know what it is to be working in different departments. Don't let them get be comfortable into one position. So I want to ask you all to acknowledge the staff at the Ministry of Agriculture and thank you all for the tremendous work and the support you all have given me in the 2 years and some months I have been in the ministry. Because nothing in life is permanent. So I don't know if I'll be there for a week, or a month, or whatever. But while I am there, I'm going to get the job done. I'm going to work with the citizens of this country, the farming community, to ensure that you all, when you come to the Ministry of Agriculture, you get the respect that you deserve, and the staff has to be polite to you all, kind to you all, and we are not big. I am not better than none of you all sitting in this room here. And I want the staff at the Ministry of Agriculture to know that. That not because you see a man in the market selling with a slipper and a short pants, that you all are better than him, or better than her. Because I was in the Makoya market together with Minister Cummins, I remember, and I met some people, some farmers who had children who is doctors and lawyers, and they with a rubber slipper and a short pants and a cap, and you will never know. But I like to talk to people, and I got to find out about them. So I want you all at the Ministry of Agriculture to treat these farmers and fisher folk like you all are their friends, Because everybody walking through that gate in the Ministry of Agriculture, whatever department, whether you're in NAMDEFCO or you're in the Cocoa Development Company or wherever you are, I want you all to treat them properly and with love. I am a love man, so I know what treating people good. Okay? Now, I came with something prepared to talk to you all, and the person who prepared for me with my knowledge probably vexed with me right now. But I want to say to you all that service to mankind is service to God. And all of us sitting in this room here are servants. Whether you're a minister, or you're a cleaner, or you're a media person, or you're a farmer or a fisherman, or you're whoever you are, or you're from the ADB Bank as the CEO, like my friend must be Harry there, whoever you are, or the ASTT man who me and him always quarreling, but we don't quarrel again. Right. Because he's quarreling for farmers and I quarrel for the farmers too. So we can't quarrel for the same thing. So whoever you are, wherever you are, we are servants and we're here to serve humanity and we're here to serve the fishing folk. This ministry, in my view, is the biggest and the best ministry to be in. The Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries. Because all of us here have some spiritual connection. So we feed our souls with our spiritual connection, whether you're a Hindu, or Muslim, or Baptist, Pentecostal, we feed our souls. But we have to feed our bodies too. And feeding our bodies is eating the proper food. Get away from all the salt, too much of salt, the sugar intake. Cut it out because you want to live long. All of us have to leave this world one day because we are not permanent in this world. So while you're here, take care of your bodies, take care of your families, and things will go good. I see Mr. Desant sitting in the audience there. So Desant, I want to acknowledge you in particular, among others, because what you have done for this country with ducks, because everybody like a duck, and everybody like a curry duck. Not a duck curry, a curry duck. So, what you have done for this country, I want you to, encourage other farmers to go into the duck business. I was at a function with Minister Cummins that day, and I said, if somebody go into the business of producing fruits or juices without sugar, that will sell. We can't get it nowhere. I just go to one particular place in Westmore, I can't remember the name of it, and they have things with no sugar. But where in country you go in any grocery, no added sugar, but it have sugar, but no added sugar. So you all treat your bodies good, take care of yourselves. We are here to work with you all at the Ministry of Agriculture, not only to give you the taxpayers' money, but to advise you all what you all want to do. And I do this everywhere I go. My phone number is a public number. And I will give it out to you all. Don't call me, message me. 683-2020. You want any advice? You want anything you want to do with agriculture? Only agriculture. I'm not getting into personal business with nobody. Anything with agriculture, you tell me and I will try and assist you all. So with these few words, Leah vexed with me because I give out my phone number. So with these few words, in parting you all, because it's time for me to make way for the other speaker, I want to take this opportunity to acknowledge a very special lady who I have met when I was the mayor of San Fernando. She don't like these kind of things, but I wanted to acknowledge her. Her name is Miss Leah Balkaran, and she's standing there without her glasses today. When I was the mayor of San Fernando, she came to work with me as a OJT. And today Leah could run any ministry. She knows every member of the cabinet, and she has a relationship. I just want to know how you could talk to people so nice all the time. They're quarreling with her, and she's still talking to them nice. So I think that is a gift God gave you. So thank you, Leah, for all you have done, and I see all your staff with you from the minister's office. Thank you all for what you continue to do, and I want to say, may Almighty God continue to bless all of us with good health and with long life, and take care of your families, take care of your mothers, your fathers, your daughters, your sons, your wives. Take care of your family, because family first. This is temporary. Your family first. Always remember that. And I see some people shaking their head. I only hope the men here treating their wives good, Because I will find out. I give everybody my number, so if you ain't treating your wife good, they will message me. All right. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and enjoy the rest of the evening. And we're looking forward to seeing you all soon. Thank you.
And he's very serious about those threats. So I wanted to point out to you, as we continue, that this fiscal 2024-2025, the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries has already surpassed the number and amount of the agro-incentive that was distributed for last fiscal. That deserves a round of applause. And I'm almost certain that it's going to continue. I will challenge you to continue more incentive distributions before the end of this fiscal as well. Sorry? 1 in a month's time. So it's now public. So we know we are big on accountability. And I want to tell you, while you spoke about the Ministry of Agriculture being the top ministry, Minister Young and Minister Cummings did not clap. So I just want to put that out. So we still have to have some entertainment. We're here for serious business, but we want to continue to lighten the mood just a bit. So we're in the carnival season, and we're going to get some Extempo. Anybody here could Extempo? No, everybody shy. Well, we have 2 experts in Extempo. Please give a lusty round of applause for none other than Black Sage and Lingo.
Check. Good afternoon, everybody. Could you kindly run the track, please, Mr. Sound Engineer?
Nick, you sleeping? You don't know I know Nick, eh? He was my teacher. Right here at NESC.
So you come back home.
Yeah.
That's good.
Go ahead. The laptop sticking.
Agriculture Ministry making sport. You see these people they support. Food production is what we want, and they're giving all you this good grant. So you see, I'm so happy to be at this lovely ceremony. They're giving you this because they care, not because it is an election year.
I am so sorry that I cannot plant and grow all the things I want. But I'm telling you, I'm so happy all your people getting your money. I'm telling you, I am not Bruce, but I hope all you put this money to good use. Don't grow no plant-like substance. I'm telling you, don't grow no marijuana. Labade, labadoy.
I see a fella right there in this place. If you see the big smile on his face, why he's smiling, please understand. Just now he go have he cash in his hand. When you get it, I must admit, you have to improve your business with it. When you get the grant, mister, use it well. Don't use none to go and fet with Marshall.
Labadi-dai-doy, labadabade. As I look around the audience, you see, I see the Prime Minister to be. I telling you, look, I cannot frown. I talking about the man that they call Stuart Young. I say, and I so happy. Just now he go be running our country. I telling you, I am real happy. He's the first Indian with a name that sounds like Chinese. Alamanai, Rabalabalai.
And I know that you always use your skill to cut down the food import bill, because I want you to see we have to invest in food security, because if we had to live, importing food is very expensive, so we have to stop the food importing. Trump putting tariff on everything.
Labadi-dai-doy, 761-2000, my friends. That is my number. Call me on weekends. All farmers I want, all you know, just like Kazim Hussein, I want me to call Lingo. This is what I'm saying. Anytime, all you done planting, I saying no, please don't think I'm rude. Just remember, call me and give me some food.
I look on the wall and what do I see? A poultry farm in the back of me. You know, when you mind your own poultry, you don't have to go running by KFC. And you know, let me take the chance. We have a duck farmer there in the audience. But I have to tell him, please don't be shocked. I'm going to buy feed and raise my own duck. Alamani, let me die.
Well, I want to say a word to the MC, and I hope she's listening to me. When she was talking, I had to frown. She tell everybody, take a look around. I say, and I sit down on my chair. I wondering what happening there. While she was talking to everybody, I sure that she wasn't talking to me.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Right, we come into this.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Easy.
It was the other MC he was talking about, not me. Let's give them another round of applause. And Extempo is such a staple in our culture, and it is so good to see the likes of Black Sage and Lingo. So gentlemen, thank you so very much. So we continue to our feature address. Don't worry, we come into the grants just now. And I welcome to the stage the Honorable Stuart Young, SC, Minister of Energy and Energy Industries, and Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister.
Thank you, Madam MC. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You all have sat here very patiently, for which we are appreciative, and I have absolutely no intention of holding your attention for a minute longer than I need to. Allow me first of all to recognize my cabinet colleagues, Senator the Honorable Haji Kazim Hussein, the Honorable Foster Cummings, my parliamentary colleague, the Honorable Senator Avinash Singh, to the Permanent Secretary, the Deputy Permanent Secretary, to all of the members of staff, but importantly here this afternoon, specially invited guests, importantly here this afternoon, you, the members of our farming community. I sat there with a sense of pride. Pride at being a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, and in particular at the wealth of talent and diversified talent that we have as a people. And I'd like to start by acknowledging the young ladies who showcased their talent and even did a bit of a filling in. The young pianists who made Beat the Pan, as I call it, and I'm hoping to be in the pan yard later for the national anthem. But then, of course, for our friends Black Sage and Lingo for the Extempo and the little throwing of Pekong. Ladies and gentlemen, this afternoon it gives me the opportunity, which I see as a privilege, to talk to you, a different sector of the society of Trinidad and Tobago. And as I look across the room, I see something I am particularly proud of, a very diversified sector. And I have some words of encouragement for you. Because you see, traditionally, we were an agricultural-based economy many decades ago. And we moved from the growing of very different varieties of crops. There was a time when it was corn, there was a time when it was cocoa, there was a time when it was sugarcane. We've always been engaged in fishing. But then, of course, industrialization takes place right here on this very estate. The oil and the gas and the building of a different type of economy. But one thing remains constant. And very many of us have forgotten the lessons of COVID. Not too long ago, COVID was sent, came into the world, and one of the things, the important lessons it should have taught us is the importance of food security. Because I remember being part of the government's management team at the time and being there with the Honorable Prime Minister, the Minister of Health, and other members of the cabinet. At the start of COVID, the world was unsure as to where food would come from. Some of the industrial and the developed, wealthy countries of the world, their first reaction to it was to hoard what they had. To say that they were not going to ship food supplies. To say that they were going to keep for their own populations the food that we needed, the drugs that we needed, not drugs for COVID, but our everyday medication and other essentials of life. And that was a lesson for all of us, because it showed us in small, developing economies like our own, we need to have the ability to look after ourselves in the time of a global crisis. And the issue of food security, energy security was at the forefront, but food security rose to the top. So it pleases me here tonight, as someone who is going to have the responsibility to carry us forward, to see so many interested persons who are still willing to dedicate not only your time, your energy, but your livelihood and life towards our country's sustenance. And I give you a round of applause for that this afternoon. Two of the persons who stood up, I believe from table 5, and gave their testimony. I knew the first gentleman in a very different role when I was Minister of National Security, as a Deputy Commissioner of Police. And as I sat there to be told that now he is one of the premier growers of dragon fruit. And then Mr. Desant, I believe, I first heard about your enterprise in the first cabinet we had in about 2016, when it was brought to our attention that you wanted to expand your duck farming. And I look around the room, I was looking at the fishermen, I was looking at the other farmers. But standing here today, I know our country is in very good hands, and that is your hands. Farming and agriculture, like everything in life, is changing very rapidly. There is new technology. I was speaking with Minister Avinash Singh a short while ago. And in our next tenure, one of the things I intend for us to focus on in agriculture, and I am told by Minister Hussain as well as Minister Singh that they are ready to do it, is the rollout of more technology in agriculture. Because as I'm sure you, the farmers, know, we now have the type of technology that is available to look at your soil, to look at your crops, to tell you exactly what is the mix of the fertilizer, the type of fertilizer that you need to put down to get a more resilient crop and to get a better and more profitable, efficient crop. That is something to come. But you got a taste already in the last 4 years. Minister Cummings' ministry, and I applaud him here this afternoon for the fabulous job and the energy he has put into growing a ministry from scratch and producing 1,400 young new farmers in a short period of time. The Ministry of Youth Development and National Service is broadcasting to us, the citizens, yet another step in this government's desire to achieve food security and where we are prepared to go by training young people, giving them the opportunities of training and then homestead programs where they get 2 acres of land as well as some money to go ahead and build a structure on the land to promote agriculture. But those young people are coming up in a different time to some of you all. Yesterday we visited the Shade House program in Tucker Valley, and there are other Shade House programs across the country. And the type of technology being utilized there in the shade houses, allowing us to produce more resilient crop, allowing us to maximize efficiency. As Minister Cummings said, and it was himself and Minister Hussain, Minister Singh wasn't teasing me. But the two of them teasing me yesterday when we were planting yam and asking me what is it that I have planted in my past. And I wouldn't tell you the response I gave them. But it shows us, the citizens, firsthand, that you have a government that remains committed to investing in agriculture and our young people. And as I look around the room, I see a mix of both young and old persons involved in agriculture and fishing here this afternoon. The older ones pass on your wisdom and knowledge to the younger ones. The younger ones use your enthusiasm and your energy to take us forward as a nation. Harness and welcome what is available. And for us as citizens, stand by. Stand by for the exciting times that I guarantee you are going to come. Because the government has shown a commitment to agriculture. It's not only about incentives. It's not only about programs. It's a commitment to work with you. So when I was given the opportunity to come and share a few words with you this afternoon, and through you to the rest of the nation, I was excited to hear that today the taxpayers have invested $11.2 million in 116 different enterprises. And listen to Lingua and Sage. Use the money for what you want to invest in your different entrepreneurial areas in agriculture. To hear that a duck farm still is looking to improve. To see the chicken farmer who just by automating the feeding part was able to get better margins, etc. That challenge is for you. And I want you all to know this afternoon that you have a government that is committed to working with you. And the only other thing I'll say at this stage as to what to look forward for the future is I intend for us to open up with some more discussion and direct consultation with the agricultural sector. And we have the two best people at the helm of that right now, and I'd like to thank them, Senator Hussain and Senator Avinash Singh. And we will lead the charge of working very closely with you. Because one of the lessons we learned from not too long ago is that we in Trinidad and Tobago have to become more self-sufficient. Yes, it will lead to a reduction of our food importation bill. but we must always be prepared to look after ourselves and our own in those times of crises. And I'm happy at a CARICOM level. That is a mandate of CARICOM, with Guyana leading the charge in us reducing our dependability on the rest of the world for the food that we eat. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, the taxpayers of Trinidad and Tobago, whose money we manage as the government, have taken a decision today to invest $11.2 million in 116 of you and your families. Raise the flag for us, continue to make us proud, and help us as citizens of Trinidad and Tobago as we stand behind you to be more of a success in the agricultural industry. Congratulations. I'm looking at the diversity of the people. I was teasing this farmer here. I was looking, he putting up his hands with the victory, looking at his shoes and smiling, because it's over to you now. I look forward to great things to come from you all, and you all should look forward to great things to come from this government as we take you forward. I thank you all very much for your attention and for allowing me the opportunity to speak to you all here today. Well done.
Thank you very much, Minister Young. And you know, I stood up in the corner there and I'm thinking, how best to deal with the embarrassment just now. So, you know, I said I had to try a little Extempo myself. Who want to hear Extempo? I really must say sorry to you, Lingo. I really didn't mean to make you feel so. When you stand up talking about me in this place, I stand up over there just hiding my face. That's it, that's all out, that's all out. However, I know that you all did not come here to hear me sing. So we are going to continue on to exactly what we came here to celebrate, and that's the distribution of the Agro-Incentive checks. So please allow me to invite back Minister Young, if you may join me on stage. And we're going to do a shortened version of the distribution just because of time, in the interest of time, but everyone will be receiving their packages this afternoon. So if I may invite Carrie-Ann Alexander. So we invite Carrie-Ann Alexander, Kerry Ricardo Alfred, Rishad Ali, also inviting Mr. Anil Arjun Singh, and Mr. Terence Theodore Odin. We need a catwalk for Mr. Odin.
Terence, you don't really feel like that.
Thank you, Minister Young. I invite Minister Cummings. And I also invite Rajni Baksh, Kemraj Balgobin, Heyman Basant. Dwayne John Bertrand. Chandrauti Bharat Singh. This is Dwayne. Thank you, Minister Cummings. I invite Minister Singh. Ramnath Birbal. Kelvin Bassoon. Mark Bonio. Narain Naris Budu. And Mahadeo Budram. Thank you. One more, yeah, Minister Singh. One more. Thank you, Minister Singh. I invite Minister Hussain. I also invite Shiva Budram. Arkel Boziniak. Mr. Randall Patterson, President of the Farmers Group from Brazil Village. Mr. Rama Buchun. And Mr. Tularaj Kasi. Thank you very much, Minister Singh. Minister Hussain. Rishad Khan. You trying to get me in your bacchanal, Minister. As we continue, well, before we continue, please give all 116 recipients a round of applause. And we do have some presentations for our guest ministers who participated today and our performers. So please allow me to invite Minister Singh, if he can join me on stage. And we invite Minister Cummings. You want to see anything? You want to see anything? You want to see anything? So we say thank you to Minister Cummings for joining us here today. Thank you, Minister Singh. I invite Minister Hussain. And I also invite Minister Young. And we also say thank you to Minister Young for joining us this afternoon. Thank you, Minister Hussain. I invite Mr. Fareed Hussain to join me on stage. And if you would kindly make a presentation to our acting PS. And I invite Mrs. Neela Dwarika Ali, Acting Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries. Thank you very much, PS and Mr. Hussain. Do we have Caitlin and Kaylee here with us still? If I may have Ms. Namala Devi Singh, CEO of NAMDEFCO. And I also invite to the stage to say thank you our panelist who started us off this afternoon, Mr. Kyle Ali. Ms. Devi Singh? And I also ask you if you can present to our two renowned Extempo champions, Black Sage and Lingo. Thank you very much. Thank you all very much for joining us this afternoon. And as we bring the afternoon's procedure to a close, please allow me to invite for the vote of thanks, Senator the Honorable Avinash Singh, Minister in the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries.
Thank you very much, Shina. Senator the Honorable Haji Kazim Hussein, Minister of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries, the Honorable Stuart Young SC, Minister of Energy and Energy Industries and Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister, the Honorable Foster Cummings, Minister of Youth Development and National Service, our Permanent Secretary, Mrs. Neela Dwarka Ali, Deputy Permanent Secretary, Rick Javed Ali, Chairman of the Agricultural Finance Support Committee, Mr. Fareed Hussain, and members, I see Nirmala Devi Singh, Wendy Bihari, and Dexter Sam. Specially invited guests, I want to also recognize Ms. Diana Francis from ICA, and of course, Professor Mark Woodivera from the University of the West Indies, our FAO representative, chairman, CEOs of all the state enterprises, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media. Good afternoon. Yes, we are very close to the close of today and where you will be getting your checks, but good afternoon once more. Thank you. As a farmer first and minister in this ministry, I am extremely honored to be a part of this momentous occasion. The 8th cycle of the Agro-Incentive grant, which Minister Hussain proudly described as the largest check distribution to date, valued at a little over $11 million. Today, we are distributing to 116 deserving farming families, I call them, fisher folk and agro-processors from across Trinidad and Tobago. But before I move on, I want to say that to Minister Hussain, your leadership and your guidance here at the ministry really touches at the core of every single farming family throughout the length and breadth of this country, because to date, this 116 deserving farming families now joins a cadre of farming families in this country amounting to over $49 million. That's it, $49 million granted to farming families throughout the length and breadth of this country, and I think that deserves a round of applause. At the Ministry of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries, we remain committed to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And through initiatives such as this Agro-Incentive grant, we are not just providing financial support by handing out grants, but we are encouraging in the lifelong act of planting seeds and investing in the lives of each recipient. We are planting seeds of opportunity, knowledge, and growth, as we are nurturing recipients to overcome challenges and providing them with the encouragement to contribute to achieving the goal of food security for our nation. When I reflect on the impact of this program, it extends far beyond recipients. It creates a ripple effect that benefits communities, strengthens our national agricultural capability, targets food security, and contributes to the sustainable growth of our economy. This serves as a testament to our shared vision for a more resilient and sustainable agricultural landscape. Being in agriculture isn't easy. It sometimes feels like trying to grow a coconut tree or cocoa tree from scratch. Lots of effort, months of sweat, and you're not sure if it's going to bear fruit until later on. But when it does, it's worth it. And as someone who have been a farmer from inception, I have a deep appreciation for the hard work that goes into cultivating and producing food for our nation. And I can safely say that you can't appreciate hard work until you've had to build something from the ground up. Handling logistics, planning, investing, and selflessly committing to quality in order to ensure the rewards are even more fulfilling. I would firstly like to extend, and this is on behalf of Minister Hussain and I, we would like to extend our sincere gratitude to Dr. the Honorable Keith Christopher Rowley, the Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, who, for his ongoing support and commitment to the agricultural sector in our country, being a farmer himself, and supporting Minister Hussein in almost every cabinet decision that he takes the cabinet, and gives them the full support to implement initiatives like these. Initiatives and programs like these show the steadfast commitment, as I said, of our government to prioritize food security, sustainability, and empower our farmers. I would also like to express, and this is on behalf of the entire ministry, and I dare say on behalf of the gathering here today, I would like to express our deepest gratitude to Minister Kazim Hussein, our minister, for his leadership and dedication to this ministry in the agriculture sector. As I say, Minister Hussein is a simple and very humble person. In fact, he threw his entire presentation aside to speak from his heart, because that is who he is. His vision and commitment have been crucial in bringing today's event to fruition. And while reflecting, I could tell you I was there at the first check distribution for this Agro-Incentive grant in 2018. And it was a room not quite packed like this. It was a room probably of 2 tables with double-digit figures of recipients. Today, over 116 of you stand to benefit from grants offered by the state and the government of the Republic. So, Minister Hussein, your tenure at the Ministry of Agriculture certainly benefit the wider population of this country. And you are giving us, the younger generation, that insight into somebody who serves with humility and dignity, respect and discipline. Thank you, Minister Hussein. Sincere gratitude to our Permanent Secretary, Madam Neela Dwarka Ali, and all of the hard-working staff at the Ministry of Agriculture, who have made this event today a successful one. As you all know, Minister Hussein, Minister Young, Minister Cummings, and myself, we don't sign checks. We don't give grants. All the checks you are receiving today, you will see Neela Dwarka Ali's signature on all of those. So you all would have to account, you all will have to account to her and her entire team of legal persons who would be coming to you, as Minister Hussein said, to follow up. Because this is not just about giving you a grant. This is teaching you to fish so that you have food for life. The ministry staff and the legal team will come to you after today, and they will continue to work with you, visit your farms, and ensure that whatever you would have set your proposal to do to get the grant, you continue that part. And you don't do like some allegations of you take it and, as Lingo said, you go and you do something else with it. You buy a maxi, you buy a taxi or whatever. You put your agricultural grant into the use that it was granted for, and you have no problem. So thank you to the PS and to the entire ministry staff. A special thank you to all of our performers and all of the persons, as we've said earlier, to keeping you entertained, and to, of course, the media for your role in amplifying the importance of our work and keeping the public informed and engaged. Your partnership ensures that our initiatives reach all corners of this nation, and that we continue to build a stronger, more informed Trinidad and Tobago. On behalf of Minister Hussein and I just want to also extend heartfelt thank you to Minister Stuart Young SC for his presence here today and for guiding us in the bright days ahead in terms of what is to come in the agricultural sector for a better and more productive agricultural fraternity, where we will go back to being the leaders in our CARICOM and the wider population where agriculture is concerned. Minister Cummings, your contribution in shaping the minds of the next generation farmers, the young people of this country, your energy, as Minister Young said, has been a driving force that we all definitely, we don't know how you do it, but you are certainly a man, a champion of the young people in the agricultural sector, and thank you very much for that, Minister Cummings. Finally, and more importantly, to all of the recipients of the Agro-Incentive grants, I extend our heartfelt congratulations and thank you, because without you making that first step to apply, go through the process, be shortlisted, be interviewed, be visited upon by Farid and the team, you all will not be here. and your dedication and commitment to this agricultural sector are truly commendable, and we appreciate your continued efforts. As we continue to invest in the future of agriculture, I am confident that together we will continue to cultivate a stronger, more resilient agricultural sector that will benefit all of us. Once again, thank you for your contributions and for being part of this landmark achievement in the development of Trinidad and Tobago. May God continue to bless all of us. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of our formal part of this afternoon's ceremony. I invite you to remain seated because we do have the administrative part of the program to continue with afterwards to ensure that everyone receives their grant. And we do want to invite everyone for a group photo. No? Right, Leah? So if I can have we'll start with the recipients. So if you can come up by table, if you can join me on the stage.